So they can carry it. And now,
It's that time again.
it's that time again where we bring everybody who's in the green room, put them on stage, put a little glitter on it, and call them in. Rob, you wanted to say the names, so I'm going to let you announce them all. Robbie, who's coming to the stage right now?
Brianna Buckmaster.
Yes, she is.
Kim Rose.
Yes, she is.
Ruth.
Yes, she is.
Sam Smith.
Yes, she is.
And
Felicia!
Felicia! We tried just the five of us, and you and I, just the five of us, building castles in the sky, just the five of us, you and I.
You did great. That's hard. That is hard.
That's a lot of people.
Absolutely.
You shouldn't have to number in your job today.
No.
That's not in your
I
contract.
don't do math.
Counting is hard.
So good. Yeah.
You're pretty though.
You're pretty. All of you ladies are lovely, and we're so excited to have you. This is my awkward way of saying goodbye.
We forgot to tell Brianna.
Success.
Oh God. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye
Hi
bye.
everyone.
We forgot to tell Kim and Brianna to wear maroon.
I mean, that would be kind of pointless telling me that.
Yeah.
It is a very specific red too.
You've got
Should
some
we
in your
spread out and do
jacket.
a sandwich or something? Like, should we switch? Is it unbalanced? Do we switch color? No, I don't want to dress with you.
I feel like I've got orange like Brianna's. I feel like we toned. I feel like
Wait, you know what? Hold on though. Somewhere in
There you go.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go.
Can we normalize undoing our pants when we sit down?
I just took my belt off. I had a really cute belt, and I was like, why am I wearing a belt?
Do you know why? It's because if you're wearing like a crop top,
Forget it.
when you sit down and you're like, you're sexy folds over, you get like a button mark. So if you undo your pants, you don't.
Oh.
Pro tip. Thank you. I am nothing but fire.
Did you have maternity jeans when you had a baby?
I had like one, but mostly I was so sick for my first trimester that I actually lost a bit of weight, and then all of my jeans fit kind of until my third trimester.
Wow.
So I just did the elastic band.
Yeah.
Hair tie. That's it.
Hair
That's
tie.
it.
You can put a hair tie around, and then I did it for years after I had a child.
You learned it here first.
Why not?
I bought a pair of maternity jeans, but the whole top is elastic, and all you do is walk around holding up your pants.
They just like, I'm like, my thighs need attention too. It's not just my belly that's juicy. Shall we take a question?
Yeah, let's do
It is not morning, and yet it feels like morning. We were just talking backstage how we're all.
It's morning.
30.
We have 14 more minutes.
Okay.
So everyone nap fast.
I'm used to us rolling up and then doing panel first thing when we get
Exactly,
here.
yeah.
We've been here for a little bit doing photos and things like that. So I feel like I've been here all day.
But it's Vegas. There's no day or night.
It's so true. We're
really
all
is.
backstage talking about how we're all feeling a little trippy today, and for various reasons. Charcuterie reasons.
Okay, listen, here's
I wanna
the
hear it.
story.
Yeah, here we go. Story time.
So last night after the con, I met up with one of my mods. I have a Discord, and one of my mods is here. Sarah, are you here? Go ahead and move. All right. I didn't meet any Sarah. I meant there's only one person I met last night. Anyway.
There's a specific Sarah.
Yeah, there's a Sarah the Pearl on my Discord, and we had a drink, and I forgot that I didn't eat all day, and I never drink. And I had a martini, which I guess is going balls to the walls with drinks, I guess. So then I got up and I had dinner with Sam and Steph, and basically I was very drunk, and I was like, give us all the cheeses.
Suddenly from New York.
Yeah, give us all the cheeses.
We'll have a charcuterie tray, we'll have the deviled eggs, and we'll take all the cheese.
All the cheese. And then you
She's
can
like,
get like 5
very good.
cheeses, 6 cheeses, you can get 3 cheeses, 5 cheeses, or 7 cheeses. I was like, all of them.
9 cheeses.
Add an extra cheese. Go get some slices.
Bring me a cow.
Velveeta.
So I have a charcuterie hangover today.
I just farted all night. Because I haven't had dairy in 10 days because I've been off dairy. Because my doctor was like, you're probably bloating because you got dairy issues. I do have dairy issues. And I'll just be
Discovered
right-
in Vegas.
Yeah, you confirmed it in Vegas. It was worth it. It's a medical diagnosis.
It's like it all smelled like, I'll just be graphic, it all smelled like blue cheese farts, so it woke me up.
Maybe it's just a blue cheese thing when you're
It
hungry.
could have been a blue cheese thing, yeah. Anyway, so that's enough of that.
Very specific, scented story. Felicia, everyone. Thank you so much for that.
Good morning, Vegas. Welcome to our blue cheese farts. Let's start over this side. What's your name? Where are you from? What do you want to know?
Thank you, Your Highness. My name is Cydia.
She gets it.
I'm here from Las Vegas, so thank you, and thank you for the CO2 issues. Appreciate that. I have a question for the whole panel, but before I did that, it was so important I actually wrote it down. I don't usually write it down, but Kim, during yesterday's panel, you lit up when you were talking about the horses, and then you made a joke. Oh, you meant acting. Acting may have been what got you and everyone at this convention on our radar, but the reason we continue to come to conventions is because the humans Supernatural brought together are full of light, joy, and love. Because of your resiliency, your honesty, your vulnerability, and your realness. So thank you.
Thank you for that. I have to tell you that you are not the first person to reflect to me the same shit I tell you people, so I need to watch what I tell you because you're gonna fucking remember it and remind me of it. Whenever, do as I say, don't do as I do.
We love
But a few people remarked, don't be ashamed of what gives you joy. I think you taught us that. So I will not do that anymore. My horses give me joy. I'm proud of the fact that I'm good at working at a barn, and I love what I do for my life.
So my question for the entire panel is, what has been your biggest lesson during these last 2 years during this panini?
I can tell you quickly because it's very short. My biggest lesson is how much of my life I spent trying to conform to ideals that actually don't have anything to do with my experience as a human, so I don't fucking have to do that anymore.
My biggest lesson was that I taught myself how to not outsource my validation. I no longer was seeking, I didn't have the opportunity to seek validation externally, so I taught myself how to not need it. And now everything is joy. Everything outside of me is joy. And if I get nothing, I am still good. And that is the best fucking feeling in the world.
I mean, I want to echo everything that you took the words out of my mouth. I mean, I think, we all get into systems and patterns of behavior that we just conform to, and we develop a sense of self within that system that feels very static. And until an emergency or a crisis comes along and sort of shatters who we are, it upends who we are, we can reflect and realign ourselves in a new way. And I totally feel that. Like, my realignment is realizing that, I'll never be happy trying to fit myself within a system that doesn't accept me for who I am. And it's okay to exist in the way I exist because I can make my own world. I can dip into the other world, but I can always come back to the world where I feel most at home and proudest of myself as an artist and a person and a friend and a mother. And so that feeling gives me the freedom to go wherever I want, because no matter what happens, I can be content and satisfied with who I am and what I have. And so that's really my lesson. It's really the same thing, yeah?
Wow, your motherfucking Felicia D, no matter what. Anyway, always. Can you answer before me so I had more time to think? 'Cause I'm just...
All of that. Plus, I mean, personally, I feel like I'm probably projecting, but I don't think it's necessarily wrong. The 2 years that we've spent with our lives completely changed. Eventually, I feel like at first we were like, yay, cocktails all day. I'm just gonna watch TV and go for walks. And then those kinds of things, I feel like it was compressed. Like as the 2 years went on, I felt more and more compressed to where I had nowhere to look but like at myself. And it became very, very clear that what I liked and what made me happy, what didn't. And I think you can't hide, I couldn't hide from it, you know? So, I mean, in my case, we moved across the country. I was like, I am out, I'm not happy here. It took me 2 years of not being able to like distract myself to realize that I wasn't happy where I was living. And I lived there for 28 years. I think I liked it for the beginning, like I liked it then when I was younger, but, so the takeaway for that, for me, is to not, again, I guess it's the same answer, different words, not outsource, not distract, and just be. And I do so little now, like I was always so busy, and now I do so much less, and I'm so much happier. I'm so much happier. Do less. Do less is the answer.
Yeah, I think I learned a lot of different things at different stages. I learned how much I missed people quite early on, and I learned how much I like to sit and watch television and eat snacks at night time, which I've never really had time to do before. And I learned that eventually I get a really sore hip if I do that too much, so I'm not supposed to. I get like it's almost like, what's it when somebody's lying in a hospital bed, like a bed sore? I have it on my hip, so so
it's a snack sore.
Snack sore. So life rebalances you, and then because there was time, I learned that busy people still somehow seem really busy. You know, like you would excuse that life's making you do stuff, but actually it's internally. But in having time to address things, it maybe would have fallen by the wayside more. I had to learn to advocate for myself more strongly than I'd ever had to advocate for myself before. And it's the kind of thing that once you've had to do it, you can't go back the way. You can't stop, and it doesn't have to be that you do it in a forceful way or in a harsh way or in a really like aggressive way. But I've learned to say no, no, thank you. No, really, no, but thanks, no thanks. No, that's really nice of you, but no, I won't be doing that. No.
I saw my new favorite meme yesterday, and if I could have figured out how to post it somewhere, I would have. I couldn't do it. It was a little video. And it was a woman just driving. She's like, I figured out. Did I show you that? She's, my new favorite way to say no is, I don't think that's part of my journey today. My journey's going this way, and that's that way. So, yeah, I don't think, I'm not going to be able to do that. Thank you. And I was like, oh.
I just made up a fake assistant.
I've done that. That's genius.
It's so good.
So good.
Sorry, I'm Rebecca. I'm managing this email account, and Felicia can't be reached right now. She can't do your podcast / newsletter / video game stream / anything. Thank you.
She didn't mean that. There really is, Rebecca.
Yeah, Rebecca sent me an email last week.
You can see you, right?
Do not tweet that.
I will find you all.
She needs Rebecca. Now
I'm
you have to actually hire somebody named Rebecca.
This is me. I'm your Rebecca from here on out.
I used to,
So don't anybody think it's actually Felicia, because I'm mad as fuck on somebody else's behalf.
Thank you. You're hired.
thank you for your question, wherever you went.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
It only took us 25 minutes. We'll time for
That's
one
the entire
more.
panel.
One more question.
Two questions.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I'm from Felicia's Discord.
Hey, Sarah.
Oh, there she is.
Thanks for making me drunk last
It
night.
was half a martini. It was like half a martini.
Cheese farts are on you, baby. Cheese farts are on you.
Yeah, sorry. Yesterday at your panel, you were talking about Stardew and how much you love it, and it's good for like introing people to video games. So I was wondering, who, for these ladies, who's the correct match for each of them in Stardew?
I have no idea what the fuck you were talking about. No idea.
Okay, Felicia has this one. All
Okay.
I know is I'm Hufflepuff.
Okay.
And I know Harry Potter.
Okay, listen, this is easy. We've got Ruth with Harvey, the doctor. All right?
Is that good?
Okay, we've got...
They don't do either.
Harvey's cute. He's a doctor. And Elsie doesn't charge you when you pass out later when you marry him. He won't charge you $1,000 if he finds you passed out on the street if you marry him. Otherwise, he does charge you. So it's a nice thing. It's a penny.
Okay.
Okay.
Obviously. This does not sound like a fun game.
Oh, world.
I think Sam would go with Emily because she's the quirky, like, out of the box seamstress who likes to trip a little bit. So, it's fun for you. Kim, I think you go with Sebastian, who's the dark goth guy who has, right?
They like that.
And then, sorry, Brianna, I gotta go with Shane. Shane is the drunk
You know what?
asshole.
Based on their reaction, go, fuck you, man. Fuck you. Fuck you, Felicia. Fuck you, Farface. No. That's scans. Maybe not so much anymore. Pre-pen. What'd you call it? Panini? Now I just fall asleep if I have too much to drink. And then fart myself into oblivion.
Next question.
Thanks so much, Sarah. Go fuck yourself. Hello.
Hi again. So I'm Alexis. I'm from Utah. I don't like that. Anyways, so
Move.
I'm too. But anyway, so Jared and Jensen are known for being little hellions on set. Did they ever gang up on you? And if they did, how do you get them back?
They're not little. I'm little. They're not little hellions. I'm a little hellion.
Mega hellions.
Yeah.
Gigantic news hellions.
Whenever they fucked with me, I would fuck with them by keeping a straight face. There's nothing they hate more than when they can't fuck with you.
Poor Alex.
Yeah, all the gang reels, Alex. It's just like little
He has no
freshmen.
game. He's just like, they nearly killed him one day I was on set. They all piled on top of him and I was genuinely like, his ribcage.
No,
his
it's
actual
large for a
ribcage.
pylon. The only person that could pylon is Reacher, from that other TV show. Maybe that'd be a good pylon.
I don't even know Richard, but I'm having mental images. Yeah.
Next question.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hello, ladies.
Hello.
So you've all worked with the boys on set. What was your favorite memorable moment?
I liked when I told them to stop whatever they were doing and they listened.
That was in the script, right? Not just you.
Oh, me.
Oh, you.
It was like this. Nothing will make you feel more powerful than two giants stopping what they're doing.
There are so many fun moments and so many things I can think about, like acting with them on set and stuff, but that just came to my memory. This may not be my favorite, but it just came to my memory, was one time we were waiting to go out. Sometimes they bring a hot snack, like before or after lunch, and it's usually like soup and a sandwich. Those fucking tits, they would it was chicken noodle soup, and both of them would take all the noodles. They would take all the noodles, and all that was left was broth. And then that same day, I watched them. This just makes me laugh because it's just they're such children. They I don't know why it makes me laugh. They're Jared would just be like, excuse my pants. Jared would just be like, hey, fuck, Jensen, can you crack my back? And they lift him up like, oh, and then they go, okay, my turn, oh, and they do that back and forth. And I was just like, what? Were they pistols in one hand and then just cracking each other's backs? Give each other foot massages? I don't know, made me giggle. That's my answer.
Next question. Nobody's gonna top that one.
I didn't know I needed a Reacher Supernatural crossover until now, so thank you for that. I was curious for Ruth and for Felicia. One was a violinist, one was a dancer. If that's something you would like to see in future roles to incorporate it, or if you're like a past person that you no longer are?
Well, you know my hip.
My arthritis.
I was so happy when I got to do a little bit of a tango in an episode of Supernatural. And do you know what? I had a couple of rehearsals to do it. It was so hard. It was so much harder than I remembered.
It's not good when you're really good at something and then a lot of years pass and you're not good anymore, but your body kind of remembers you being good, but then you try it and you're like, oh, I'm shit now. This is bad. In your mind, you sound like when you were practicing 8 hours a day, and then in reality, you sound like a dead cat, or dying cat. But you know, I did the other day get to read some sheet music because I was singing something in a little voiceover thing, and I was like, my brain was excited. It's like, finally, let's get back to what you trained to do. What have you been doing for the last 10 years? Playing video games? I'm like, yeah. Shut up, brain, stupid. So it was nice to exercise that, but at the same time, the agonizing anxiety I would have at trying to equal what I used to be able to do, and know I couldn't do it, so that I'd have to hire a real professional violinist to dub me, would be torture. So let's not do it.
In my dreams, I'm rolling about in splits in my dreams, like it feels really easy.
And you're just like this.
And then, up until a couple of years ago, but I think if I start now, if I do it now, I won't lose it. Do you know what I mean? But I need to start. So I don't know. I don't know my hip. I don't know. I would yes is the short answer to that.
Sure.
Question.
Hire me.
Yes.
Next question.
Yeah. Hire me, pay me, and I'll do it.
Hi, first of all, I love all of you guys, and I think this should be the next spin-off.
All right. Write some letters. Yep.
This is the perfect spin-off. My question, though, is for Felicia, and I just want to know any memories you have of your time on Buffy.
Oh, Buffy. I just remember all of us. I was in the trailer one day, and Allison Hannigan was knitting in the makeup chair, and I came in, and of course I'm an a-hole. I'm like 19 years old. I'm like, knitting? Are you an old woman? We're friends now, but it took a while. So then, but knitting was super hot in Hollywood. So all I remember is about 3 months later, all of the potential slayers adopted knitting as a hobby. So we, all 7 of us, as we died, the knitting circle got smaller because we would knit on the sidelines, and then every episode one of us would die off. And then so the knitting circle got smaller and smaller. By the finale, it was like me and another girl, and it was a little creepy. So that's my fondest memory.
Like knitting at each other.
Yeah, we're like, it's so much smaller now. Did we die? Let's turn to the last page of the script. Oh, you died. It's not unlike Supernatural, right? You say this sounds familiar. It sounds familiar. Thanks for
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Rose. I'm a mom of 2. I have a 4-year-old son and a 3-year-old daughter, and I really love how strong all of you are, and it's something that I've tried to keep in mind while raising my kids, especially if my son has autism, so that's been a whole other journey that we've been doing, but I just wanted to know if you guys could have a wish or a hope for your children as they get older, what would be something that you would wish for your children?
I saw so I may be misremembering it, but I saw a scientific study done recently that in the last something like 2 decades, because there's been studies done of what would you like your child to be when they grow up. And they've been doing this study for many, many, many years. And it's been things like everything from a doctor to responsible to president to, they said it's only been in the last maybe 15 years, 20 years, because I guess I'm older than I think I am, last 2 decades, that the answer that I have has even started showing up on this list. And it is, when my child grows up, I would like her to be happy.
Next question. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
That would be my answer.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I guess, I think we all kind of, when we were answering our COVID question, we're all like, oh, we're solid in who we are and self-assured and know that we're worthy no matter where we are. We could go anywhere and we could move to Australia. We could be a goat herder. We could be a huge movie star. We'd be happy wherever. And that's, I mean, it's not only happy, it's being satisfied with who you are and where you are in life.
And having other people's opinions be
Yeah.
totally secondary
Exactly.
to your own opinion of yourself.
The only thing I would add, and maybe it's all subcategories of happy, is I would like him to have a sense of purpose. I think purpose is a word that I've sort of rediscovered and incorporated into my life, and it's really helpful. It gives me a rudder and direction, because it doesn't matter what the purpose is, as long as I have one, and it can change. But it just helps me not feel adrift.
And purpose is different from ambition.
Correct.
And I like ambition too, but purpose, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. My name is Alex.
Did Misha just get here? What the fuck is
Why
going on?
are you leaving?
Bye then.
Great answer. Did you all find purpose in
Jensen who?
Yeah, no.
Come on, we've all seen him. Sit down. Sit down.
Please, hold on a second. Whose photo's up? Hold on. Yeah, it's Jensen. All right. There we go.
Hey, so it's okay. They don't know what they're going to miss. She's going to get a picture with Jensen too.
She goes.
See ya. Bye. Wow. They don't know that we saved the best answer for last.
They don't know that Jensen's actually coming here on his way to his photo.
Yeah. Are we doing?
Yeah, Jensen's actually come to watch our panel.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there's a whole naked section at the end. They're going to miss.
Yeah, you guys gonna miss naked Jensen on the panel. Jesus, we sound like a bunch of desperate bitches. Okay, all right.
Thirsty.
Enjoy your fucking man musk. Do your thing. Say hi for me. Yes, my lady. I'm so sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Thank you. Hi. My name is Alex. I came all the way from Ireland for this.
Where?
Ireland. Ireland. Is that terrible? Ireland.
It is a little bit.
Pretty bad. Okay. All right.
I won't lie to you. I respect you too much for that.
Thank you so much.
But yeah, so I came all the way from Ireland, and I was thinking a lot about like representation on the show and in TV in general. And like I see myself in like Eileen because she's Irish, and I see myself in Charlie because she's a lesbian, and I see myself in Rowena because she's awesome. So I was sort of wondering what aspects of like your personality, your culture, your heritage, whatever it may be, do you bring to your characters that maybe isn't in the script, but you just bring it with you?
Felicia brings cheese in her jeans. She's got.
Oh wow! Did you just fart and that happened? Just came out the front.
I look down and Ruth's delicate little finger is like pointing out my schmutz on my jean. Yeah, it's a blue cheese fart, okay? That's why you never fart on your pillow, because you'll get pink eye.
What has happened? Poor Jensen's photo op people. They're missing more fart jokes. I don't know. They have to rename this the ladies panel. The ladies. Fucking broads panel.
Oh my God!
The broads.
Oh my God! The amount of defiance with which you said that just sent me. Listen, if you take one thing away from this today, don't fart in your pillow.
Don't fart on your pillow. Why do people fart on pillows? Is it safer to fart on your pillow so it doesn't get in the air?
why. Here's why.
Here's why. My butthole is not down here.
Could be a strong one. Thank you for your lovely question.
We will not be answering it today.
No, I'd like to attempt.
No, Ruth got it. This is a Ruth question. Get it.
I like to think that with Rowena, even though she was a killer from the word go, like the first thing is somebody's murdered in the ceiling, I really like to think, because the first episode that she appeared in was called Soul Survivor, and just where I had been through in my life and where I had come to, I like to think that I brought an element of this Soul Survivor. I literally took the name of the episode, and I feel like I brought something of that, where it wasn't just like, here's a bitch who wants to kill people and have world domination. It was like, because she's come from something, there's a bit of soul. I'd like to think there's a little bit of soul there, which I think ultimately is why she could go on her journey that she went on. That's my answer. It was good. Is it good? It's not fart level good.
No,
I don't know.
Brought it back around.
Does nobody else want to answer that?
No, I can't. Oh, Sam wants to.
It's one word. Bossy.
Love it.
Got it.
I brought bossy in here.
Bossy. And you did it.
It was very short version, right there.
Yeah. Short answer?
Oh, short answer. Nerdy. Good nerdy. Okay, nerdy.
I'm gonna go with bemused acceptance.
Sure.
I'm gonna go with relatable.
Yeah. The lady over there, she's like, she wants to go
Yeah,
home.
somebody really likes you over there.
She relates so
Somebody thinks I'm fucking smart. Where's Sarah? Discord, Sarah. I'm just kidding. Bless your heart. Thank you so much for poor Alex. Love you. Love you all. Hello.
Yeah.
Hi. So they say, I'm going to be cheesy for a second, and say that they say you don't meet your viewers, but you guys are just, I thought I met my viewers, but you're way more than that. You're inspiration and everything. So I wanted to know if you have some viewers that you actually met and they didn't just meet your expectations, they just raised you up like 1,000 levels more.
Oh, Neil Gaiman.
Oh. You brought that name.
Okay, so now I can tell you because it's all been done. So I was very loud and adamant about my love of Neil Gaiman, and one very, very special human being got me in touch with him, and so I started stalking him on Twitter. Those of you who used to follow me on Twitter may remember my all-cap exclamation, and just loving him. And this was before Good Omens turned into a thing, a show. Well, then I found out, then Good Omens was going to become a thing, and I, in all the panels, was always like, this is my favorite book, this is my favorite thing, and Neil Gaiman used to send me clips of the dailies. Just little pieces. He was the executive producer, and so then when I went to England, he let me watch, he and Douglas edit one of the scenes. Wow. And this is, okay, so you get to be Neil Gaiman, I'm sorry, for a second.
I'm not.
And this is, oh yeah, you will be in a second. So here's what I'm watching, here's Neil Gaiman, and here's me the entire time.
Poor Neil, get off me!
He doesn't follow me on any other platforms, and I'm not on Twitter anymore. Maybe I beat him up too hard, but yeah, Neil Gaiman is my final answer.
I mean, I don't think I can talk about I used to help at events, and so I would see lots of celebrities at events, and it was interesting to me when I first came to America, and I was a member of BAFTA, and I remember, this is honestly just for the romantic, if there's any romantics in the room, Daniel Craig was on the red carpet for a Bond film, and he did the red carpet, it was all about him And then he left the red carpet, and I was walking around in the entourage, and they brought in Rachel Weisz from a side door, and he saw her and he went, "Can you put your hand in? Can you be Rachel? I'm going to be Daniel." Yeah, she's quite tall, but he was like this. He went, took her hand, and was like, had her and like walked her. Like she wasn't about her, like she just came in for him, and he walked her around the side. And I just, when you just feel like you see the real essence of someone and their relationship, and it was not disappointing at all. It was really like sexy. Full commitment. And sorry, Daniel Craig.
I think that might have been almost there even without the whole Rachel Weisz of it all. Like, you would have been like, Daniel Craig.
Well, the thing is, there's going to be an actor who remains nameless who we were in the green room afterwards, and he's a character and very funny, and he didn't look me in the eye, and Daniel Craig was actually like, hi.
Yeah.
Like, Bond was nice, and the funny guy was an asshole. You never can tell.
Now I want to know who that is. Can you tell me backstage? Okay.
You can't tell him. Okay, trouble.
Just whisper it into your microphone. I have a good story. So this person was not my hero per se, but somebody that I really looked up to. So we were actually at a birthday party celebrating this guy, and it was a massive restaurant, and tons and tons of people were there because it was like cast and crew and people flown in and all that stuff. And Jared, so you two stand up for me.
Am I Jared?
What? You're Jared. Yes. No. I'm Jared.
Oh.
You're me. No, stand up. This will be good. So I'm Jared, Felicia's me, and Ruth is Sarah McLachlan. Nobody knows why she's there, but she's fucking there. And she's wee too, she's about this size. So Jared comes up to me and he's like, "Hey Brianna, look. And he spins me around. And does that. And shoves me into her. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It's such a pleasure meeting you." I go to shake her hand and she's like, No, we hug.
Wow. You actually shoved me as hard as Jared would. It's like a whiplash.
Did you fart? Did you fart? Felicia's dirty bag raised my own. I feel unclean.
Is everybody okay? Is everyone okay? Brianna's told the story. Is everybody okay?
This is rough. This has been an adventure. I'm sorry. We don't like any of you enough to answer your question.
Wait, hold on. Felicia, do you have an answer? Or are we?
So in 2012, there was a presidential election, and I decided Barack Obama was my candidate. And this was January or December of 2011. And I was like, who's this guy? No one's going to do it. But I was like, he's my president. So I did phone banking and everything. And his first appearance in Los Angeles was in a really strange area. And it was to a crowd of about 100. This is 3 times as many people who were there to hear him speak. And he literally he was doing his speech and he was so incredible. But ladies were like, "Show me that ass!" I'm not kidding. You're so fun! People are like, "Oh, you're so gorgeous!" Like all these women. I don't know what was going on. It was like a bachelorette party at the rally. But he went down the line and thanked every volunteer personally. And I just was like, this man is incredible. And he's taller than Jared. He's weird. I don't think he would shove me like Jared did, but they're about the same.
One way to find out.
That's right.
Obama's that tall? Obama's that tall?
He's super tall.
Wow.
Super tall.
I didn't know that.
He's not going to pretend to fart at you like Jared does me.
Right.
He always goes back to farts with me today.
Thanks for the blue cheese panel, everyone. Thank you for your participation.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Felicia Day, Red Bartender, Rick Conley, Jim Rowe, and Sam We can make it if we try. Just a mile from you and I, just a mile. Building castles in the sky. Just a mile. You and I.
Rob, you know what's next?
Oh boy, what is it?
What is it?
House of Brothers?
Yeah!
Oh.
We're gonna dust off this classic. Boys, do you remember a costume contest? You got that in your back pocket?
Let me tell you something. We do this without you.
He doesn't confuse.
It doesn't work nearly, don't do it every time. It doesn't work nearly as well when you're not here. But it's gonna work today, because you know what? It's a costume contest. A full contact sport. It's a costume contest. Somebody's gonna die. So good luck out there, everyone.
Could be you.
Could be you.
And then bring out our host, the executioner, Zach!
Hey guys, how's it